Not all burdens are visible. Some fall inward, like silences that linger too long, like thoughts no one else can follow. The solitude of the highly intelligent doesn't stem from arrogance. It arises from depth, and depth makes people uncomfortable. They see sooner, feel more, and because of that, they withdraw, not out of disdain, but from overextension. Their mind never rests, and the world struggles to keep pace. It's not a solitude they choose. It's one they grow into with time. The highly intelligent perceive the world through a widened lens. It's like living with eyes wide open, even when everyone else is asleep. They aren't content with ready-made answers. They question the obvious, and that makes them seem unsettling, out of place. The clarity they carry isolates them, not by will, but because few can handle seeing that much, that clearly. What most consider enough to them is only the start of the question. The surface holds no comfort. Depth becomes destiny, and rarely is it voluntary. Small talk feels like a ritual, familiar phrases, endless repetition, distractions, but the intelligent crave essence. They search for meaning in the spaces between words, longing for exchanges that go beyond noise, and so they grow frustrated. Conversations die early, words deflate, their mind races forward, but the world turns slowly. They speak, but aren't heard. Or they're heard yet not understood, and over time, they fall silent, not out of pride, but for existential economy. It's exhausting, constantly translating yourself. The solitude of the intelligent is not geographic. It is a kind of soul orphanhood. They are among everyone, yet remain alone. They don't belong to tribes, or trends, or the parades of the ego. They are foreigners within their own species. While others celebrate certainty, they collect doubts. While others sleep in distraction, they walk in darkness, chasing meaning. And this search has a cost, an unspoken exclusion, a distance no one names, but everyone feels. To see the whole, to feel every detail, to connect the dots, to anticipate patterns. Is it a gift? Sometimes it feels like a curse, because the more you see, the more absurdity you understand. The inconsistency of human life, the farce of social roles, the emptiness behind scripted relationships. And the more you understand, the less you feel you belong. Clarity doesn't bring peace. It brings the weight of awareness that can no longer pretend. Ignorance is soft. Intelligence is watchfulness. They don't want to be alone, but among the many, they are always just one. And that one carries a silence that cannot be shared. No party embraces them. No crowd completes them. They don't run from people. They stay, they observe, they try, but they always leave in silence. Always in silence. They don't fit molds. They can't bear masks. They don't know how to pretend they don't know. So they retreat, not to hide, but to avoid being diluted. Yet, in this solitude, something begins to bloom. It's not despair. It's space. The absence of noise reveals the inner sound. The mind tunes in to the invisible. The soul begins to hear what the world tries to drown out. In stillness, thought deepens. In absence, the self expands. Solitude, once a burden, becomes a sanctuary, and being with oneself becomes enough. That's where the intelligent find shelter, not in others, but in the quiet truth they carry within. They love, but not like the rest. They don't love to possess. They don't love to find themselves in another. They love like someone watching fire, warming themselves, never needing to own it. But that is often misunderstood. It's called coldness, or arrogance or distance, but it is simply love without mirrors, love without demands, without scripts. That's why true friendships are rare. They don't form from convenience, but from silent recognition, a subtle nod between two souls who don't need to explain. Most people can't bear being misunderstood. The intelligent learn to live with it. They stop trying to convince, stop trying to translate, and gain something rare, the freedom to just be. They don't live to belong, they don't act to please, they don't think to affirm, and that unsettles people because they no longer play the games. Their presence is a quiet reminder that there's another way to live without an audience, without needing an echo, and that, for many, is unbearable. The solitude of the highly intelligent is not absence, it is depth. It's not coldness, it's integrity. It's not a burden, it's a home. They're not alone because they failed to connect. They're alone because they refuse to connect falsely, and that is rare. It's the price of awareness. It's the silent path of those who see too much, but it's also freedom. They no longer have to pretend, no longer have to seek. They simply are. And in the silence, the world mistakes for loneliness. They touch the eternal. If this message stirred something inside you, perhaps it's because you too feel it, even quietly, the pull towards something more honest, more profound. Here on Mente Livre, we walk together through these vast inner landscapes where thought becomes seed and silence, revelation. I invite you to subscribe, take a deep breath, and continue this journey with us, because there is much to be remembered, and sometimes all it takes is a gentle reminder to awaken us. If this video spoke to you, leave a comment below. We'll continue this series on spiritual awakening. See you in the next video.